lose your soul. You know what happens in the marketplace where you're bought and sold, and you wake up in your penthouse with a stranger in control. 'Cause there are ways to gain the world and lose your soul. There's a candle in the night burning low, and even in this world of darkness still it glows. Just enough light to guide you when you don't know where to go. There's a candle in the night burning low. There are ways to gain the world and lose your soul. There are ways of standing tall by bending low. And there are ways of holding on by letting go.
All right. Deep thought.
Deep thought.
Yeah, that's really nice.
too deep.
That's that'd be a good country. You know, I mean, if that were produced in a country style as opposed to the natural
Yeah.
style, I could hear country music.
Yeah, I can hear a steel guitar or some kind of sustained. Yeah, I think it's
Nice song.
It kind of depends what country you live in.
Yeah,
Music of the
that's
country.
right. Is that, you play country music? Yeah, which country?
Sure I do.
Misha, are you going to sing in English here or in
Well,
Russian or both? You have,
I wanted to read a little piece
okay.
from
Your book.
yeah, from
Great.
a little book.
Let's see this cover. MishaFeigin.com, MISHAFEIGIN, and this is Misha's book, Searching for
Irina.
Irina.
A woman again.
You're going to tell us? You have it's a romantic autobiography.
Well, I call it autobiographical fiction. Like my first novel, like any first book of anybody, largely based on ornamentation of truth. Well, but they're mostly real stories, just fused together.
Like several short stories.
I will call it like a novel in 7 stories. They're 7 stories and novella, but they have reappearing characters and there's some thread going on. But basically, it's parallel world in Moscow in the 70s, and the time when things like look very similar to what they look now here. Brezhnev took over from Khrushchev, and relative thaw was ended. Some political trials. But I say we, my friends and myself, we just did what people did in our age all over the world, enjoying sex, drugs, rock and roll, literature, friendship, all those things, and basically living more or less transparent to the authorities. And this is the point where I published this book. I also can describe it like 100 delightful ways to dupe the government. Or an evil empire awakened citizen like manual, how to survive and have a lot of fun in a pretty rigid situation. And we had a lot of fun. And there's also in Russia, art and literature at that time was taking, almost like a religion, and we didn't have any religion except for Marxism, Leninism.
Yeah, right.
No, I was born an atheist. Never regretted it. And well, but literature is an important part of Russian life. If you
Right.
100 years.
Right.
So this American hippie trinity, sex, drugs, rock and roll, will be quartet in Russian literature. And I want to read just a little piece from the beginning of the book, and I play guitar.
That would be samizdat? Samizdat? What was that expression for the underground literature?
Samizdat. Oh, I'm
Samizdat.
impressed. Yes, samizdat. Actually, there was a word which defined literature circulated illegally. Heavy stuff, because you know if they found Solzhenitsyn on you go like for 5 to 7 years,
Right.
unless you become a rat and
All right.
become. They all offered that opportunity. It was pretty dangerous game in Russia. But anyway, I was in Moscow subway and I saw people reading illegal books. You can see it by print. There was a Russian publishing place here in America, probably funded by CIA, but you know, you get like some good literature in Russia, certainly smuggled through the border, some independent literature. And you could see by the print what a person is reading, and it's like, oh my, it's better than having a trip, which I never had because you know LSD didn't make its way to Russia. So I'll read just an introduction for a novel. It's called Searching for Irene. And this little chapter called Biscuits and Sausages. From the window of the reading room at the Lenin's library, I could see snowflakes swirling around the yellow streetlights. The lights were on only for a few minutes, but the soft gray twilight already has sunk in the fresh, deep winter darkness. Cozy green lamp shone on my table. The closed book lay on the lamp in front of me. I stroked the dark blue old-fashioned binding with my fingers. It felt solid and cool. I opened the book and read on the front page, Marcel Proust, remembering of things past. The print was beautiful and obsolete, with some characters eliminated from the modern Russian alphabet already half a century ago. And it was perhaps the first Russian edition of Proust. Then I knew nothing about the value of first editions. All I knew was at last I got the book I heard so much about in the only place I could get it, in the youth reading room of the Lenin library. And I'd waited to get this book for 3 months. It was not an easy reading, but I didn't stop until I came across this biscuit thing my pal Shalov told me about that morning in school. Just don't miss the biscuits, man, then you will understand. I savored the passage in the book. I never thought time had a taste that could unlock for the writer a whole layer of the past he pursued so relentlessly. Vestiges of flavors not so subtle. Vestiges of flavors not so subtle, of cheap pork and a thick slice of sausage on coarse dark rye bread do the work for me. Images expand in my mind and the past lives through me once again.